All right, how's it going, guys? It is 6/23, currently a Tuesday. Ow, my head hurts. So market is currently down today. Um, just some stuff has happened. Perfectly normal though. A lot of people are freaking out, selling, and um, it's better. I'm not a Kansas City fan. That's my friend's hat. I swear, I'm a Niners fan, bro. Stay repping. Um, so we saw a lot of companies come down pretty hard, and MU has its earnings tomorrow. If you watched yesterday's video, we know that MU Micron Technologies is reporting earnings, which can be very huge. There's a lot of indication that the market's going to bring because of that. So, in this video instead, we're gonna be talking a little bit about the market for tomorrow, but I want to also tell you guys how I'm finding some companies to invest in, and so that is what we're gonna actually look at now too. Uh, but first, why don't we look at MU? MU came out really hard today. Uh, Currently it's down, I believe, around 13%. That's pretty crazy. Uh, what do I personally expect for the earnings? I think that they are absolutely going to crush it. I do not think that this is a very big conversation, in my opinion. I think MU is just one of the most solid companies. Uh, And so if you're looking into MU earnings, you can basically also you can also look up MU earnings. Yes, you can read this. It closes out. It's after close tomorrow. Um, the revenue estimate is pretty crazy, but do I think we will hit it? I actually do think so. I think that this is gonna really bring up the market. Oh, sorry, you guys can't even see that. Apologies. This is kind of the earnings overall for right now. That an increase of 280% year over year. So do I think we could hit that? Possibly. I think that I am leaning currently more towards yes. And I think that's really going to bring back a lot of the losses from today. So for the people who took some bigger losses, I think you should be chilling. If you're just holding, I think if you bought some today as well, that would be pretty good. I still do think that we're going to break all-time highs this week. Um, Obviously Trump keeps doing stuff. If you have seen anything on Wow, I haven't had the hiccups in forever, and the one time I record a video, I got the hiccups. Um, Obviously, with what Trump's kind of just doing right now, we're kind of seeing like, all right, like, we're definitely seeing a little bit of a pullback, but I think that we should overall be looking pretty good for tomorrow. So that's kind of how I'm looking at MU, and also on top of that, what you guys can also do is, Claude, what do you think of MU for earnings tomorrow? And it's going to tell you everything that overall it's probably going to say something like, I'm not a financial advisor. Stupid ass nerd, bro. So we're going to ignore that. But what we are going to look at is analysts. What are analysts thinking? So, this is going to overall go, but I'm not going to really look into that. I'll let you guys actually check that out for yourself. How am I finding companies that I like to invest in? I look up top sectors in the stock market. And this is just something that's kind of like a simple way of doing it, but as time goes on, you're going to actually be able to understand it a lot more. So these are the top sectors currently. Now we can see the change. I believe this is just daily change. So we can see the biggest one that's currently taken a hit is the overall electronic technology. So when we look at electronic technology, this is currently what sorry, actually I went to price over earnings. This is probably what it's going to look like right now. But what do I currently like for example, if you guys know anything about Pang, we got into Pang. I called it out on this trading account. Let's see when it was. A while back. I think I called it out around $40. Currently sitting at 66. And obviously it's hit almost $80. I do think that Pang will take all-time highs again, and I think it will keep going. Investors think that Pang is one of the most so when you want to understand price versus P/E is a price to earnings ratio. So a higher price to earnings ratio isn't good or bad. It just means that investors are willing to pay a premium to because they expect that there's a very strong future behind a company. Um, so when you kind of look at that, you can say, okay, maybe there is something good about X, Y, or Z company. So this we'll look at VSH, Vishay, um, and this is how I would currently look at this. So I would open this up. Overall, you kind of want to see exactly kind of like, all right, so this is like Peng Solutions. Overall, a lot of companies have done this, but I'm just showing you guys exactly how I look at the charts. How I actually research companies is a lot more different, and that will be a different video. So what would I currently do? We're taking out the fib, the trusty fib. Take it, mark out the highs. So what can we currently see? It could not close under this yellow line, meaning it closed above it, meaning we have a good chance of this coming back up and possibly taking all-time highs. And this is the thing. I want to explain this real quick. We are in a market where we are seeing that it's not very easy with the overall with just trading in general, because there's a lot of news that takes effect as well. So when we see that there's a lot of news taking effect, we have to expect that there's going to be companies that are super, super great. For example, I haven't looked enough into this one, but if we go back to Peng Solutions, this company is amazing. Absolutely beautiful. I can talk great about this company forever. What is the main issue that we saw though? Peng is currently getting big in a market where the news is very, very heavily inflicting. At a time of war, at a time of urgency for everybody, people are getting away from crypto, getting into stocks again. People are getting into, a lot of long-term holds as well. So VSH, we're going to talk about this stock at the end of the week. I want you guys to keep an eye on this as well. Currently, I'll be also keeping an eye on it. I want to see it take this $70 hold. Then let's pick another one. And what do I look at here? I'm looking at market cap, price to earnings. So the overall price doesn't mean as much. Obviously, for a company that we see a big change, for example, Kopin Corporation, company's down of 10, I would say 11% today. We can see that. Oh wow, really has gotten. This company's been around for a while. I actually don't know enough about this company. It's a very, very low price company, and we can see that it's been having a very rough time. And actually, um, no, sorry, just want to check that out real quick. This is a company I would personally stay away from. We're down a lot over change. There's nothing indicating that it's going to swing right back up and take all-time highs, or even take any highs, or even do anything. But when you look at other companies, Microchip Technology, just looking at the chart, what are we seeing? Again, daily chart, we see that's down pretty hefty again. A lot of it's due to the overall market kind of getting dumped. You can see that this candle, this is actually holding this, again, this purple. This purple level really well. Oh my gosh, choked on nothing. Wow. So now this is just how you find the companies. We only looked at one sector out of a good amount, 20. And what I want you guys to do is go ahead and also, sorry, you can also go into the semiconductors as well. There's the industries right here. Oh my gosh, why do I even make videos? I suck at this stuff, bro. Should genuinely quit. Go to industries, press this industries, and you can see semiconductors, internet software, You're seeing a lot of the great companies at the very top. Companies that you guys have all heard of before as well. Semiconductors. And it'll show you what that overall sector is down just today. For example, semiconductors down 6% all around. Real estate's up 1%, medical's up 1%. Wireless telecommunications. Well, that's actually really great. So this is just how you find companies. And in the next video, probably tomorrow, we'll talk about how I do my background research. And I will tell you guys, a lot of it is using Claude. And I know some people may use Claude, some people don't, but Claude Technologies is going to Claude AI. Sorry, I'm thinking about a bunch of different stuff right now. Claude AI is going to give you a lot of really great information. For example, when I was looking into Meta before its earnings, the only company that I shorted while everyone was buying, because I knew for a fact that when I was looking at the company stock, like actual chart, it was looking kind of weak. And on top of that, when I was talking to Claude about it, Claude was saying that the main worry is that they're going to keep putting money into AI. The exact thing happened, that they kept putting money into Meta AI, and investors got scared, so they pulled money out. This video was around like 12 minutes. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the Discord. Again, first link in the description. This video right here is going to help you guys out a lot. And if you guys have companies that you guys think might be good, or there might be potential behind it, send it in the Discord. I mean, if your company does do really well, I will definitely talk to you more and more, and like actually bring you into my personal super small group of people that are trading 5 figures, people that are trading 6 figures. This group is a lot more different than just the Discord that I run. This Discord I run is it's just a lot for everybody. This private one, it's people that actually really have been doing this for a while. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the Discord. I will see you guys tomorrow.